My perfect son cut contact with me 4 years ago because I dated and married his best friend. 2 days ago, he texted to meet up and left me heartbroken. I was 21 when I had Jake. After his father died 2 years later, it became just us against the world. Jake was my everything, my best friend, my reason for living. I wasn't lucky with dating. A few hookups, short relationships that never lasted. Jake didn't mind. He'd joke we were a perfect team and didn't need anyone else. Senior year, Jake brought home Max. This was huge. Jake had always struggled making friends. He was quiet, spent weekends reading alone. But suddenly he had this sweet guy who'd hang out every other weekend. Max was polite, helped with dishes, made Jake laugh. We'd have nice conversations when Jake was upstairs. Nothing inappropriate, just normal stuff about school and movies. Max asked for my number for emergencies, occasionally sent funny memes. Jake thought it was sweet his friend cared about his mom. After 4 months, Max texted asking to meet for coffee. Said it was important, couldn't discuss over text. I figured Jake was in trouble. At the coffee shop, Max looked nervous as hell, sweating, fidgeting with his cup. I asked what was wrong, if Jake was okay. He can't know about this conversation, Max said quietly. Promise me. My heart raced. Was Jake doing drugs, failing classes? Then Max dropped the bomb. I have feelings for you, real feelings. I was speechless. This was Jake's only friend. But Max kept talking, explaining how much he looked forward to our conversations, how mature and beautiful I was. I told him it was impossible. Jake would be devastated. But Max begged me to give him one chance. Your son's leaving for college in a few months anyway. When's the last time someone made you feel special? That hit deep. I'd been alone for years, focused entirely on raising Jake. Here was this handsome guy telling me I was worth something as a woman, not just as a mother. Against every instinct, I said yes. Casual dating only, and Jake could never know. Our first date was at his apartment. I told Jake I was meeting work friends. An hour in, we slept together. It was everything I'd been missing for years. We started meeting constantly. I became obsessed. Max made me feel alive again, desired. I'd count hours until I could see him. But this meant Jake got the leftover version of me. I stopped cooking family dinners because I'd be with Max. Missed his soccer games because Max wanted to see me. When Jake asked why I seemed distracted, I'd blame work stress. The worst was Jake's 18th birthday. I'd promised dinner, just us two. But Max planned this romantic evening. I chose Max. Told Jake work held me up. We never celebrated. Jake started getting quieter, withdrawn. I told myself it was normal. He was preparing for college. Really, I was too wrapped up in Max to notice I was losing my son. The week before Jake left for college, Max texted, he knows, about us. I was at work, started shaking so hard I could barely hold my phone. Spent the drive home rehearsing apologies, but Jake never confronted me. He just went completely cold. No eye contact, one-word answers, treated me like a stranger. It was worse than screaming would have been. Our last week was torture. Jake avoided me entirely. At the airport, I tried to hug him goodbye. He stepped away, grabbed his bag, walked toward security without looking back. When I called, I love you, he didn't pause. Driving home, I cried harder than I had since his father's funeral. But seeing Max's car in my driveway, something twisted inside me. I was devastated, but also relieved. Max had a black eye and broken nose. Jake had beaten him up before leaving. As I held Max, I felt more connected to him than ever. The next morning, Max proposed, said we'd proven our love was real. I said yes immediately. 4 years passed. We married, had daughter Emma. Jake blocked me everywhere, moved with his grandparents who threatened a restraining order if I contacted him. I made peace with it. Some nights I'd wonder what Jake was studying, if he was happy. But Max would remind me we had our own family now. 2 days ago, unknown number. Mom, it's Jake. I nearly dropped the phone. His voice was deeper, more mature. He said he was in town for work, wanted to meet. At the coffee shop, I barely recognized him. Taller, dressed in a nice suit. He looked successful, but his eyes were cold. I started apologizing before he sat down. How sorry I was, how much I'd missed him. He held up a hand. Before you apologize, I need to tell you something. My heart stopped. Max contacted me last month. He's been cheating on you for 2 years with multiple women. He wanted to make sure you'd have nobody left when I told you the real truth. The room spun. It wasn't just about you dating my friend, Mom. You abandoned me for him. My birthday, my games, every conversation where you checked your phone instead of listening. You chose him over me every single day. His voice cracked. And now he's doing the same thing to you.